Imagine standing at the base of a mountain that pierces the clouds, a peak so dangerous and legendary that it has claimed the lives of every climber who dared to attempt it. You aren't just climbing for glory, you are climbing because the world below is dying, and the only hope for humanity's survival lies in the secrets hidden at the summit. Welcome to First Ascent, the first gripping, high-stakes installment in Douglas Phillips' Ascending Carbon series. If you love intense survival thrillers, the raw physicality of extreme mountaineering, and stories where the environment itself is the deadliest enemy, this audiobook will completely consume you. It is a masterclass in adventure fiction, blending the bone-chilling terror of high-altitude exposure with the awe-inspiring thrill of human endurance. The narrative kicks off with our protagonist, a seasoned but haunted climber, being recruited for an expedition that defies all logic. The mountain, known as the Carbon Peak, is shrouded in mystery, surrounded by strange atmospheric anomalies, and guarded by forces that seem almost supernatural. The atmosphere is thick with the biting cold of thin air, the deafening roar of avalanches, and the creeping dread of knowing that one slip means not just death, but oblivion. Phillips excels at capturing the visceral sensory experience of climbing, making every crampon step, every gasp for oxygen, and every fraying rope feel like a high-stakes gamble with fate itself. At the core of the book's massive appeal is its spectacular man versus nature mechanic and the brilliant mysterious peak trope. This isn't just a story about reaching the top, it's about surviving the journey when the mountain actively fights back. Watching the team navigate treacherous ice fields, decode ancient clues left by previous failed expeditions, and battle both the elements and their own inner demons is incredibly gripping. The audiobook narration brings the visceral impact of the climb to life, making the crunch of snow underfoot, the whistle of wind through crevasses, and the frantic heartbeat of a climber on the edge feel incredibly real and deeply immersive. But beyond the spectacular action and the survival mechanics, the soul of Ascending Carbon lies in its characters and the heavy burden of leadership. The protagonist isn't just a skilled athlete, they are a deeply human individual, struggling with past failures and the weight of responsibility for their team. The emotional anchor of the story is the fierce, unbreakable bond between the climbers, a brotherhood and sisterhood forged in the freezing dark. The audiobook format elevates these intimate moments, making the quiet, desperate conversations in a tent during a storm feel just as impactful as the explosive, life-threatening encounters on the face of the mountain. As the plot accelerates towards its climax, the pacing becomes utterly breathless. The team reaches the death zone, where the air is too thin to sustain life, and the mysteries of the peak are finally revealed. The finale is a breathtaking display of tactical brilliance, overwhelming physical courage, and raw, unbridled determination. The protagonist must use every ounce of their skill, every hidden reserve of strength, and every trick they've learned to make the final push to the summit. The payoff is spectacular, delivering a massive, paradigm-shifting revelation that proves the greatest heights aren't measured in feet, but in the strength of the human spirit. First Ascent is a triumph of the adventure thriller genre. It is smart, terrifying, and unapologetically intense. Douglas Phillips has crafted a debut that perfectly captures the thrill of the ultimate climb. Plug in your headphones, check your gear, and join the expedition. The mountain is waiting, and it doesn't forgive mistakes.